I don't plan on painting here for a long time because I have an event to go to later tonight. So yeah, I'm not gonna paint for too long. But I didn't want to. I don't want to go too many days without live streaming for you guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump straight in. This is a landscape, not from imagination. I know I was talking to you guys a while ago. Maybe it was the other day about how I'm working from imagination more. Hold on, where's my painting rag? There it is. Okay, so I remember I was telling you guys I'm trying to work from imagination. This one is not from imagination, unfortunately. I'm still working on that. I'm working on a lot of different things. But yeah, I wanted this one to kind of be not like easy, but I don't want to have to think too much about this painting. But okay, I'm gonna try to work a little more succinctly. So I'm gonna try to mix up a mid-tone, a light value, and then a darker value. And then, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Okay, I'm starting with kind of a darker. Oh, that's pretty vibrant actually. Hey, Guillermo. Yeah, keeping the painting rolling. That's exactly what we're doing. I think I have a little bit of art momentum, so I want to keep rolling with that. It's going pretty good. I've been working with acrylic, and I'm gonna try to keep the acrylic paintings up. But yeah, I was saying I have a little bit of art momentum going. Like I have some ideas for paintings and stuff. So I want to just roll with that and just, you know, while I have the energy, I don't want to slow down and take a break. Oops. I should probably tape this down or something. Okay, let's go a little bit lighter now. Yeah, I don't know how long I'll be streaming. I do have something to do. Well, I have to walk my dog before 6. Okay, so that's #1 priority. Hey, Misuko. Yeah, so my dog has to get walked by 6. So that's something. And then also, I do have to go somewhere. So I probably won't stream too long. Really? It was horrible, Misuko. What went wrong? I know there's honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. Acrylic painting is pretty difficult. I'd say it's more difficult than gouache, at least for me personally. Oops, I missed something. That's pretty good. I'm actually trying to build up my momentum. Oh, back up. Okay. Yeah, I feel like after you get going, you can kind of roll with it for a little bit. But the second you stop, it's like you forget how to paint. You forget what kind of subjects you want to do. You forget all this stuff. So yeah, I want to keep that rolling. Okay, and something I've also noticed is that whenever I paint these skies, the first pass never seems to be opaque. So I'm not going to take this too serious until we do like the second pass of paint. Okay, yeah, you can put it in the Discord. But you know what? Yeah, my acrylic paintings have been pretty iffy too. I have a couple acrylic paintings that I've done so far that I can't even stand to look at, to be honest with you. They're like really like they just don't look right. And I feel like they're like subjects that would be super easy if I was using gouache. But I don't know. I don't want to make excuses, but yeah, I think it might be. I'm just getting used to the medium. It's kind of difficult. So yeah, definitely don't feel bad. Definitely don't feel bad. I also am not a huge fan of canvas board. If you guys have never painted on, here, let me zoom. I'll zoom in for you guys. If you have never painted on canvas board, it has like this. Do you guys see that? Let me back up. Do you guys see the like pressed in texture? Yeah, I don't really like that. Oops. I really don't like, sorry, I had something underneath my nail. Gotta get it out. I really don't like that texture, honestly. So, that's something I also have to deal with, too. How dark do you want to take the sky? Oh yeah, I don't like it. Just doesn't feel right. It feels like it like makes you paint a little. I don't even know how to describe it, but I feel like it gives paintings like a very beginner look. I think it gives them like a very beginner, unfinished, like sloppy line kind of look. And I'm really not a huge fan of that. I feel like I can get much more precise on paper. Okay, I'm just gonna block this in. I don't want to be too. Oh, okay. You gessoed up and sand it. I gessoed up this paper quite a bit, but even still, like. Even still, I feel like that texture presses through quite a bit. Okay. I guess we're just going to block this in. This isn't going to be the final value or color. Just something close. Okay. I'm going to grab, for Meisuko, I'm going to show you some of the bad acrylic ones I've done so far. And then we'll get back to painting. Okay, so I've probably been doing this now for a couple months. I don't know, maybe 2 months. I've been trying to do acrylic painting. So this was the first one I tried. Hold on. Oh, I missed something. Sometimes it can provide new perspective in life, but not for me. Gesso and palette knife. Oh yeah, if I went real thick with the palette knife, that probably could do something. Okay, cool. For sure, you can show that on the Discord. This was the first one I did. I think it looks like just a mess, honestly. It's just like a mess. But, I mean, I tried. And then this was the second, or no, this isn't the second. These aren't in order anymore. But this is one I did that I never finished. Because I just feel like it wasn't all that well planned. Like, I feel like I didn't know what I was doing. Here's another one I never finished. So there's a lot. Honestly, like I'm probably 50-50 for these canvas board paintings. Sometimes I just don't have the heart to finish them. Oh, here's one that I actually did finish. This was a landscape from imagination. So I think it looks okay. Like it reads. It kind of reads more like an abstract painting, I feel like. But I did finish it, so that's good. And then, I have these two. So this is supposed to be a self-portrait. This is not a self-portrait, but I mean, if you didn't know me, you might think that's a self-portrait. But yeah, these have been really iffy. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not great. But I've been trying to work through it. I do have a couple good ones that are like in frames now that I am proud of, but for the most part, they're not great. I'm gonna mix up this kind of bluish, greenish kind of value. Do I have a? Oh yeah, there it is. I was wondering where I put my black paint. I want to dull this out a little bit. I think that's a little too green. Okay, actually. Okay, there we go. Let's try this out. Oh, yeah, I like that color. It might be kind of hard for you guys to tell, but this is pretty cool. Dark blue, like turquoisey. Turquoisey. Is that how you say that? A turquoisey? I guess. A turquoise-ish. And then we get lighter. For some reason, we get lighter as we come towards the front of the view, I guess. The front of the camera, or front of the... Okay, I'm just really keeping all of this really... Not abstract, but this is not how everything's gonna look when it's finished. Oh, and this landscape does also have figures in it too, so that's pretty cool. I think I'm just gonna block in the colors loosely right now, and then I'm gonna go ahead and be more detailed when I step into the other layers. Oh, the only thing I'm not a huge fan of, or that's not a huge fan of, but that these the one thing that these Soflat paints don't do that I really like that acrylics do is like when you cover a palette, you can peel the paint off. I don't think these Soflat paints do that because I don't think they're, well, I guess they are acrylic, but for some reason they don't do that like rubbery peel up thing that acrylic paint does, which is nice. Thanks, Tara. Appreciate it. Let's see what that looks like. Really green, and then sorry. Okay, let's... and then this value also kind of shows up a little bit in the mountains. I don't really want to cover up this drawing too bad, so I'm just going to be sparse and be careful where I put the paint. Okay, some of this stuff might not get touched again, just so that it's kind of less opaque than the rest of the painting. If I'm accurate enough, I can kind of keep it, but if I have to fix things, then it'll end up being a different value than it started off as, I guess. And then everything else is kind of, or at least the rest of the mountain is pretty dark blue. I guess it's just a darker value from the shadow. So I'm gonna maybe make it a little bit purple. I do kind of miss having a burnt sienna to mix with. That's the one thing. I think they might have a burnt sienna, but I just didn't get it. But I feel like that burnt sienna is such a. I'm so used to mixing with that color that not having it is kind of feels pretty weird. I've been kind of just getting away with it by mixing like an orange and then putting like making it darker with like a blue or a black. But I would feel a lot better if I had a ultramarine or not ultramarine. What's it called? Burnt sienna. To fall back on. Yeah. I bought it in like a pack of 6, I think. And then I also bought 2 others. So I bought it in a pack of 6, and I bought 2 editions, I think. But the pack of 6 like came with most of the colors I was gonna buy separately. So I just figured why not? It was cheaper too. I'm not usually a sucker for those kind of paint sets, like when they give you like predetermined colors, but I think this one fit me pretty good. I'm not sure if this is a good time to stream. I mean, it seems like a decent time. I don't usually stream till like 7:30 at night or later, honestly, sometimes. But I do wonder if it would be good to stream early. I think one time I streamed at like 12 in the morning, or like some way earlier than I used to, than I do. And I don't think anyone was. I don't think anyone was there. Honestly, I think it was just me painting. But that was at like 12 a.m. So I get it. But I know some people watch even if they're at work or something. The only way I would be able to stream that early again is like if I got the day off of work, or if I have like a class that I don't have to go to. Then I can kind of, or I could do like a Saturday morning stream, which I think that could be fun. Like a Saturday morning paint. That would be a pretty cool way to be productive. I think I'm typically like a night owl sort of painter. Well, I say night owl, but I go to sleep at like 11. But like I usually paint like late night before I go to bed. That's usually my best. I feel like my most artistic times. I don't know if you guys are like that. If you guys are like that either, but sometimes I get. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I totally understand. It's hard to keep up with everything, and then when you have stuff to do, it's hard to catch a random painting live stream, especially because they're not planned either. But no, I get it. I get it. You're good. You're good. You're good. What was I saying? Um, oh, it's 5 p.m. Are you in like the UK? Are you in what? The UK is what, 5 hours? Is it? Oh no, you're only 1 hour ahead of me. So you might be in. Let me think. Not in New York. Are you in? Not in California. Are you in? Let me think. Let me do some mental math. Toronto. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, 10 p.m. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, 10 p.m. Oh, okay. So when I stream, so so when I stream at like 7 o'clock, it's 1 o'clock in the morning for you guys. I probably should have factored that in. I probably should have thought about that. Okay. Okay, now it makes sense. I totally forgot that time zones are different. If I'm not mistaken, Mexico is. I'm gonna get this wrong again. Not from Norway. Is it um, Finland? Oh my goodness, I keep forgetting. Yeah, Finland, not Norway. Really? 6 inches of snow? It's been pretty. Well, I'm in a wholly different part of the world from you, but it's been pretty warm here in the U.S. of A. What's painting with acrylic versus gouache like? Um, Honestly, I think if I was painting um, on paper, I think it would feel pretty much the same. But since I'm painting on this acrylic, or since I'm painting on this canvas, it feels kind of sticky and like moves kind of weirdly. Because gouache feels like you're painting with like pancake batter. Like gouache is so smooth, not sticky. It like waters down super nice. This is a little different. It feels a little more stiff and a little more sticky. But you can do like you can blend, which is kind of cool. You can't really blend the same way with gouache. I feel like unless you're like really good and you have some secret techniques. Now I'm not a huge fan of having to like mix paint on the. I'm not a huge fan of like having to mix into a palette. I'm not a huge fan of that. I feel like with gouache, I just kind of mix. I mean, I mix into a palette, but I feel like it's less intense than this. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. Okay. I'm gonna try to stay light because I know this isn't my final layer either. So. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like painting upright like this kind of makes my shoulder hurt a bit. But it would be hard for me to stream. Well, maybe not. I think it might be harder for me to stream if I had it on like on the table flat. Okay, I'm actually gonna sit back for a second. I hope I didn't just yell at you guys. I'm gonna sit back for a second. I'm gonna take some notes on what I need to do for this to look better when I start going in. Okay, so for one, I think some of the values are off. Like, let's see. I think this is too bright, or it's too bright and way too like. So maybe values. The values are pretty close. All right, Guillermo. See you later. Appreciate you stopping by. So the values in here and here are really close. The values in here are all really close. And then we have two dark areas. So I just need to keep values in check. This got way too teal. This is supposed to be more ultramarine. And honestly, same thing with this too. Honestly, this too. These two both. So the blues got really greeny. We need to make those more ultramarine. So blues, warmer. That's another thing. I used to be so confused. Not so confused, but I used to think like, what in the world is a cool yellow? Like, how did that make any sense? Or like, what is a cool red? Or warm? I don't know. I feel like it was hard to even comprehend that. But okay, we need to make the blues a lot warmer. I don't even know if that's the right word. Just less green, more purple. And then we also need to. I think I messed up the whole shape of the mountains. I think they're supposed to look, or I would like them if they looked more like. More like that, like more up here. Yeah, okay. And then this shape is wrong too. So the shapes, let's just write that down, shapes. Accurate shapes. Okay. So I'm actually gonna stop there. I might stream again later today. It's 5:02. I might stream later today. But who knows? I might not. I have a couple things I need to finish before I call the day done. So, but I appreciate you guys for stopping by for this short little, really just hopping into a painting. But I'll see you guys later. All right.